So it's really good for us because, we just want to make sure every night we do play for Ballhalla. But at the end of the day, we still have a lot of work to do. When we play with joy, but at the same time we battle, good things happen.
Natalie, I was going to ask you about the crowd.
Yeah.
You say they're on a different level tonight. I mean, I know you're always locked in on the game, but did you notice it
Yes.
while the game was happening?
I did. It was piercing. I started doing this because it was extremely loud. So, obviously it's just going to get louder and louder every game. And then, playoffs, it's probably going to go even higher. I might have to invest in some earplugs, I think, at that moment. Just super grateful, and I never take Ballhalla, for granted. Playing in here, being able to coach, and feeling the love every night, it's a dream. It literally is a dream come true. Yeah.
Natalie, asked Veronica this, and there is lots of season left, and I understand that. She said, though, that there's a different level of composure and just steadiness with this group, having been here before.
Yeah.
Whether that's as a team, heading into the playoffs, whatever it is. But it is different than last year.
Yep.
How have you seen, just your journeys this season to get to this point differ from a year ago when you were kind of like the new kids on the block, and now you're not, and you guys have very, very high expectations for yourselves?
Yeah, we're just continuing to learn each other, more and more. I'm starting to really understand. It's funny, I had a close conversation with a bunch of the point guards over the week, and just asking them, okay, your guys' leadership is really good right now, but we need to bring it to a different level. And so I constantly ask them, how come you talk in this manner, or how come you talk in that manner? And they gave me really informative responses where I thought they were taking too long and they're being too nice. But there is reason behind it. And so it's just me learning them, learning that sometimes I don't have to call timeout because they got it. Or learning when it's not that time, they're not stepping up, now I got to get on them. So today, even for me, I didn't think I was really good with the timeouts, to be honest. And so I'm just continuing to learn when they're going to step up, when they can't, when they need me. It's just this constant, game where we play of when you need me, when you don't, throughout the 40 minutes. It's kind of fun. I'm actually starting to enjoy it. And it's just basically supporting each other as much as we can. And I've learned too, having 4 days off, we really kind of got a little sticky with our rhythm today. And so maybe I should have, even for me, preparation on moving them just a little bit more. So I'm just, again, trying to get better every day. Yeah.
Veronica was just up here talking about how when Tip made that buzzer beater shot in the first, they were kind of like, there's still time on the clock, but she makes a shot. What was kind of your reaction, and how did that change momentum?
Yeah, that's Tip taking big shots. She has that in her blood. Not only does she empty the tank, does she fight, does she dive on the floor, does she crash, she also makes big shots. So it's just Tip Hayes being Tip Hayes. And then at the end of the day, too, you could tell she's just having so much fun out there. So when we play with joy, but at the same time we battle, good things happen. So, yeah, just Tip being Tip Hayes. Yeah.
Hey, Coach, what does having this win, just your second season, making the WNBA playoffs and just coming in here and having this win, what does that mean to you?
Well, it means a lot for our fans. Our fans show up. I thought they were incredibly loud tonight. I thought Ballhalla was on a different level. So it's really good for us because, we just want to make sure every night we do play for Ballhalla. But at the end of the day, we still have a lot of work to do. So I thought it was a good job. And also, too, we talked about it earlier, doing this for Cynthia. I think there's a special type of, purpose tonight. So with that, we're happy we got the job done, but we got a lot of work to do. Yeah, thank you.
Coach, you had specific expectations on the defensive end coming into this game. What was your take on the defensive effort tonight?
Not good again. The second quarter was good. I thought we came out super flat, so that's, again, why I'm maybe so I didn't push them hard enough in practice. If we came out very, very flat, I didn't think we had that burst. I thought they were very comfortable. And then the second quarter, we just locked in. We started communicating. We started covering. We started shifting more. We started pressuring more. And then third was okay. And then the fourth, I just thought we just fouled. We just do things where Not that I even want perfection, but I just want empty the tank for 4 quarters. But I would say they did battle tonight. I think the overall battle and composure was there. Yeah.
Gabby was saying like she came to Golden State to win, and this is the expectation, making the playoffs. I think you've talked a lot about what Gabby's meant to this team, but now that you guys are, in the playoffs, like what has she meant to this organization so far?
Yeah, leadership jumps out, Kenzo, right away. The fact that she wants to say the things that need to be said when I'm not there. I actually watched them this time in their huddles and heard what they said, and it was on point. It was fierce. It was harsh. It was needed. And then the players, you could tell, really responded. So that's the leadership that I need sometimes when I'm not there. And then for sure in playoffs, you're not going to be able to hear anything. So I say, y'all really got to, lock in and be able to say things within seconds. So leadership for sure. And then you saw her in her flow state today. We had Tip Hayes in her flow state the other game, and Gabby was just flowing. So being able to take big shots within, our pace. But again, I think her defense is pretty vicious. I think she just got steals, boom, picked it off, boom, picked it off. And so that just leads, obviously, into our flow. So they say, oh, well, you want to score more? Well, then play defense.
Hi, Coach, over here. You talked a little bit about Gabby in a leadership position. It also strikes me that there are sort of multiple voices that can lead, whether, that's Tip Hayes, someone who's come out of retirement and is a true vet in that sense, or Kayla Thornton, who was, in the All-Star game last year, or Veronica Burton, your point guard. I'm curious sort of how you try to give them all the space to be leaders, and what different kinds of leadership you might see out of them, and how they let each other shine.
I think it's whatever their strength is, and so when it comes down to V, it's like play calling, right? And Caitlin helps as well. Gabby actually was calling things in the fourth just because she saw certain mismatches, and we just said, go ahead. KT obviously focuses on the little details, like the things that you guys don't see as much. So it's like boxing out. Everyone make sure you're checking, make sure we're communicating on defense. So the things that don't show up on the stat, I think KT controls mostly. And then I think Kia does just a very good job just keeping us composed. She knows what to do on the defensive end, especially when we're trying to get multiple stops. So she was really on high alert, recalling the defense and then finishing it with a rebound. So, yeah, everyone kind of just stays to their strengths. We all know each other's strengths now going into our second year, which is really cool. And then you add Gabby and Kia, which I think I'm still trying to figure out. Kia, I know. But Gabby, I'm still trying to figure out. So it's just cool that everyone can be their authentic self here. Yeah.
Natalie, along those lines, Gabby was saying that down the stretch, she just, I think it was her that she meant, said, we need more energy. We need to get stops. And was that something that she vocalized? Like, let's go. And are those some of the things you're learning about her? And has that been kind of an evolving process as she's become more and more comfortable with this team?
Yeah, I think so. I'm not exactly sure like how she was, on her last team. But just watching her from afar, like in terms of competing against each other, and then obviously watching her in the Olympics, like there is this fire, this passion. And so what I like is like tonight she didn't hold back. Like maybe that is a level that's growing into the trust and the comfortability. But we did talk about, hey, if we're going to have bigger goals this season, it's going to be very uncomfortable. And we talked about that on the break. Like, look, we're here. This is where we are right now. But like, I'm going to push you guys past your limits, and it's going to be very uncomfortable, whether it's coach to player or you guys getting on top, like right on each other. And everyone agreed. Everyone's like, okay, let's go. Like, go ahead. Coach as hard as you can. So just to really appreciate everyone's willingness to be very uncomfortable, really, yeah.
Natalie, last year when this team clinched the playoffs, you called yourself a party pooper. Are you able to celebrate it in any sense this year, just as a benchmark of creating and maintaining a winning culture?
It's just not my thing. And I don't want to be fake. Like this is me, Like I said, the goal is to be the team that wins their last game in the season. That's the goal. And so with that, this is just part of the process that, we have to build in terms of being in the playoffs, so that's great. But we have so much work to do. Again, we're playing teams with a lot more continuity, a lot more experience together, a lot more playoff experience together. 3 of our players have won. Chechi, KT, Kia, they have won championships, but we're playing against teams that have more. So with that, then it's like, how can we get better and how can we get prepared for the playoffs? Yeah.
Natalie, Christian Babcock, San Jose Mercury News. You mentioned sometimes you come out a little flat, sometimes there's lulls in the game.
Yep.
That moment, like Tip's shot, how important is it to seize those moments? And you guys, you saw it happen in the second quarter, and just how you're able to feed off that.
Yeah, it's huge. Tip taking big shots. I think she's, again, never afraid. Like I said, she's not only emptying the tank, but she's fearless on the offensive end. You could see she's so comfortable when she decides, she looks up at the clock and she goes, and then you could see her just like, I need to back this up because she didn't have enough time to get to the rim, or if like they're heavy shifted off a tip too, just to make sure she doesn't get downhill. So yeah, she's just being fearless. Tip Hayes is fearless, and I'm taking those shots any day.